All right, everybody, how you doing? Krios here, and we are going to be talking about my top 20 favorite free VSTs. Some of these are 32-bit, and you will need to convert them over. I do make a video that suggests using JBridge. I'll put a link in the description, so I'll teach you how to convert these over for a very minimum cost. It's very nice to have anyway. I think there's other ways to do it, but I suggest JBridge. It's very, very nice. You can see that it's in the wrapper right now. So here we go with my top 20 for the free VSTs. This was very hard. I have a whole bunch of them, but I did skim through and I picked things out that were just like for uniqueness. I mean, obviously there's a whole bunch of just easy little a few oscillators and things, and they sound really good. And I'm trying to pick out things that are more unique. So here we go. First up, and there's no particular order either. So the first up here is Alieno. Alieno. Very cool one here, man. This guy is yeah, so that has a, there's a lot of cool sounds in here. A lot of things you can do to it is also touch sensitive, which I thought was cool. There's some settings in right here. You can see you can add some velocity and aftertouch and things like that. So you get some really cool sounds out of this. Definitely plenty of cool presets and plenty of space to save your own things. That's another thing that's important for me when I'm considering a good free VST for you guys. So Alieno, very awesome. I like it a lot. Next up will be the Arptron. Nothing really special here, just a simple two oscillators over here. We can mix in between these two guys, and you have two different ARPs here. So you get some, it's just kind of neat. So you can get both of them going at the same time, and you just get some weird little ARPs out of it. It's kind of neat anyway. I thought it was worth a mention real quick. Double six, very cool 6 oscillator thing going on here. We have some matrix stuff going on here as well. It's a very complicated piece of work here. So the double 6 V2. Super awesome. I don't see any save features, so it's just kind of you use it per song and it saves it for that. I mean there's always that. You don't get to save your own presets though. I'm sure you can within like down here or whatever, right? I think so. You can like save that setting for it. I guess I don't really mess with that, but I think you can. It was worth a mention though, because it's a very complicated one for being free. So double 6. And next up will be the EVM Isotope. This one was kind of interesting, kind of blew me away at first. I didn't really like it, but then playing with it, I do like it. So it's a performance synthesis, and what we have here is, I think it's, what is it, 70. Okay, so you got 70 different waves here that you can pick from. And you have different ways of manipulating this sound, and you got a phaser with LFO source A and B, and sounds rich, and you got plenty of stuff to play with, and it's different. it's got some cool things going on, and so it's a EVM isotope. So very awesome. Next up, the harp. Awesome. This one just sounds really cool. I mean, if you want a harp, I mean, I think this thing sounds excellent for being free and being old. So you stagger those notes out and it just sounds super cool. So Etherwinds Harp 2, EW Harp 2. And you get some normal little envelope here and some reverb and things like that. It's just clean. I like it. Next up. So another stringed one here. Check this out. It's a Dulcimator 2. Rock Hardburns. Hardburns. Anyway, these can all be found at VST for Free or VST Planet is probably the two that I go to. Anyway, you just scour through them. I mean, there's a lot more that you'll find, but these are just my top 20 lists. I mean, I have a whole bunch. 20 was hard to do. So here's the Dulcimator 2. I don't know. Sound cool to me. Not bad. It's different. Abacus Pro. A lot of stuff going on here. This thing's got some really cool sounds and definitely plenty of stuff to get you started with a lot of presets and things. So yeah, I mean, there's plenty of very odd things too. I like things that have some very inspirational presets for you to go on there and manipulate. A little extreme, but you get what I mean. Abacus Pro. Definitely cool. Imago. This is definitely unique, very weird. 128 presets and then a randomization list. So I think you just hit on these and it will randomize things in here. You can see it has a attention, before, edit, reduce, volume control, because you're going to get some crazy odd things out of this possibly. See, I just hit some randomization things on that sound, and you're getting some very unique things here. This is one on the list that is very highly suggested by me. I'm very impressed by this thing. So definitely, Imago is very cool. A lot of these randomizations, and it looks, I like the interface and what you get out of it, and what you could put into it is very cool. Very, very cool. Let's get one more out of this, huh? And then you just come over here and all right, man. Enough of this. I can sit on this thing all day, but very cool. One of my favorites on the list. Laser Blade, man, old school, man. I've been working with this guy for a long time, and just a you got your two oscillators over here. It's kind of simple, but you got some very cool things happening in here with the oscillator controls, and very just unique features in here are just make it a little unique for me, and you definitely get some very unique sounds. Laser Blade, I mean, it is what its name is, and it's named very perfectly. Unique sounds, odd things going on in here. You can play around for a long time, and there's plenty of presets to get you going and inspired to head in the right direction. So, on to the next one, Mono Fury here. This thing is pretty cool. Just, I mean, for what it is, it's very basic. You can see the layout is very cut and dry. Nothing very exciting here. Just simple, good sounding mono device. I thought it was worth mentioning. You get a 63, 64 of those guys for the presets to get you going where you want to get. Not bad. It's the Mono Fury. It's worth a shout out. MS01 by Midinot. This thing is kind of cool. Some cool features with the pitch sequencing and filter sequencing here at the top. You can play around with it and get some very neat things going on. Let's see, I think there's plenty of save options, and it just has some really cool velocity sensitive. It got some really cool sounds, and get into some of these. So with this pitch sequencer, you can get some really cool things going on up here with this. We could spend all day on this MS-01 by MIDI knot. Very cool. Very cool. On to the next one here. Protoplasm. This guy is super cool here with the 3 waveforms that you can choose here. I like these for long drawn in pads, so we can like there's no presets here, so but you can pick out from, what do they have? 75 different ones, and are they all the same here? Let's just see, Interstellar. So yeah, they're all the same. You get 75 to choose from, and you mix them together. So let's just choose some random ones here. I'll click, and click. And let's turn the volume down on 2 of these guys here and play a simple. So we're on wave select 3, and we're gonna put into and then we can add 1 in. So you want to get some really cool evolving pads going on. Protoplasm is super cool. It was ahead of its time. I like this thing a lot. Does what it does very well. On to the next one. Samsara Cycle Audio M Box. So this is just a little music box thing. It's a good one. Got winding up sounds and everything. I mean, somebody put a lot of good time into this, and the recording is very well, and I like it. I thought it was worth a shout out. Inbox, Samsara Cycle Audio. Now on this list here is a vocal effect for you, some nice pitch correction. So you can get that auto tune, or just to lightly tune your vocals up. So I think here, let's see, I turn the audio in on this here. Okay, so now you're getting vocal audio, so I need to turn 1 down here so everybody can hear. And anyway, you can turn on these guys, so corrected amount and all the way wet. I'm like monitoring my own voice too, so I need to make sure I'm on the right one here. Hey. So, Grillion 2 is pretty cool. I'm going to turn my other mic back up and turn this audio off. So, Grillion 2 is very cool. It's this is not the full version, but they don't give you the bit crusher over here and the pitch tracking mod, which would be very cool here. This would make you harmonize with yourself. But if you want to do that, I'm going to show you another one. This is going to be the 21st plugin that I like for free. Okay, you can go over to Isotope's website right now, and they have the vocal doubler over there. and it's a pretty simple plugin. You can stretch and open them up, and you can use multiple ones on a track at a time. So that's just a quick little shout out to that one that just froze up the Ableton here. Okay, so Grillion. So you don't get this, you don't get the bit crusher, but you do get the pitch shift correction in here, and that's, I just thought that was worth a cool mention for this free VST. It's not a synth, but you know, we're throwing it in there. So this is the Cryo, and you know, I'm Krios, and I kind of picked it out because maybe it fits with my name a little bit. But this thing has got some really cool stuff, very unique capabilities. You'll have to get in there and play around. I'll throw out a couple of presets in here, which you seem to get quite a bit in here. So and they're all really cool. So. Yeah, it kind of surprises you a little bit, doesn't it? You look at this thing, it looks like a little Casio, but you start playing around with some things, and you're going to get some pretty cool results out of this. So it was worth a shout out to the Creo. Next up is the Sunji Free. This thing produces some weird sounds. It's kind of like the other one that we had looked at. Was it I forget which one it was, but it has the multiple waves that you can pick out. This one only has two, but it has some weird comb filter things happening, and you're definitely gonna get some weird noises out of this guy. I can't explain exactly what's all going on in the behind the scenes on this, but you can choose from these two. You got your levels, and you go into this whole world of stuff over here. Rainbow modulation is what he's wanting to call it. So looks like comb filters and things like that. So you're gonna get a lot of really cool textured sounds coming out of this thing that are just going to amaze you. I've been playing with this one for some time, and I always like it when I get to it. Podolsky. Oh yeah, Podolsky is cool. I've always liked this one. Yuhi puts out a lot of cool stuff, man. Like their products are super awesome, but Podolsky's free. I think there's a 64-bit version of this too, so you don't even need to wrapper it. So that's cool. And it has a lot going on. The arpeggiator, I'm sorry, and everything else is this is tip top notch on here. It's set up really cool and easy to figure out, and definitely packed in with a whole lot of good presets to get you pointed in the right direction. And it's from Yuhi. They're just they make good products, man. And that brings us to our last one, which is a goodie. It's the Odyssey. So it's from Synth School, and just has a lot of, yeah, I mean, it's an Odyssey, dude. And I thought they did pretty decent on here for basic, to get you the basic sounds that you would want out of one. I like this old, and then you put your own arpeggiator on here, and you get some things going on, and definitely have control of making the sounds out of the Odyssey here. And it doesn't sound bad. Plenty of saves and editing going on. So that's the Odyssey. So, Krios here. That's my top 20 favorite free VSTs. It was hard to leave some out, but like I said, I wanted it to be ones that kind of stood out a little bit. And there you go. Please like and subscribe. Hope this helps everybody out there. Krios out.